for 4 and 20.
Hey!
Been there for it all. Australia's original fan food. Marty, here he is. Max Gorn with
The
us.
captain of
Yeah.
the Melbourne Football Club.
Hello. What is that song? I am.
Giant.
Giant.
By one of those bands.
Yeah.
I don't.
Is it
From your
Calvin
old one.
Harris?
It's catchy-ish.
Oh, is it
Calvin
Calvin Harris?
Is it
Yeah,
Calvin?
with
Okay.
Rag and Bone Man.
Oh.
Calvin Harris.
I-
On Triple M.
Yeah,
It's just an opener.
Once a week.
Yeah, right.
it's just an opener. I saw a photo of Calvin Klein the other day.
Okay.
He's still kicking around.
He'd be in his
He's
80s.
in his
wouldn't he?
80s,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
think his boyfriend was 30-something.
Yes, that's true.
Wow.
So well done, Calvin.
Not a bad segment to start. Obscure Calvins.
Obscure Calvins. I can't
Yeah.
think of another one.
Calvin Moore played for Richmond.
Calvin
Good.
Moore.
Calvin and Hobbes,
Calvin.
the cartoon in the paper.
You're out.
Yeah.
Talking points, Max. Lovely to see you. We haven't seen you for a couple of weeks because we've been on holidays and
Yes.
you've been running around catching and kicking footies. One of the deepest finals races in recent memory. 2 wins separate 5th from 14th.
Yeah, it's hot. That's good that we're fourth.
Just
so that
out of
means
that.
we're just so we're slightly safer.
Yeah.
No, it's if we lose, we're then equal with 5th, 6th, and 7th. I think so. It
How's your
is-
percentage?
Yeah, we're not too bad. For a team that apparently can't score, we got a roughly good percentage, which is good.
That's good.
No, look, it. To be fair, this time of the year, everyone always talks about how tight the eight is. I reckon it's quite common, but this year it just seems like it's even more. Like GWS can win, sit in 15th, and then they go to 8th almost. Like that was last week. Geelong could fall out of the 8 if they lose. There's just all sorts of different things happening, which makes it really good to watch.
I've just realised there's only 6 rounds to go.
Is that right?
嗯
6 games.
What in hell has happened to this year?
Yeah.
I
Unbelievable.
mean, you'd be feeling it. You've played.
Yeah.
But as a spectator, 6 rounds to go.
Yeah, well, that has come up pretty quickly. I actually thought there was a little bit more than that as well.
No.
So 6 games left.
6 games left. Well, why 7? Oh, because you've got to play the week 18. Yeah,
right.
so 7.
Okay, well, that makes more sense.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, you know, I mean, well, if you play tonight, after tonight, you've
Okay.
got 6 to go.
Okay.
Stuart Dew's become the first coach sacked in 2023, with many critical of the handling of his exit from the club, particularly the way that Mark Evans had told him only last week that not only have we got a coach for this year, next year, we're also looking at him if he continues to go well for beyond that.
Yeah.
Why do they do that, Max?
Coaching's not for me. That's every coach gets sacked at some point.
Yeah.
Paul Roos the only one who hasn't. He organised to get replaced twice.
Yeah.
But everyone else has been sacked. So it comes at some point, and the way they do it always tends to be a bit rough.
I just don't understand why you would use that kind of language. You must know what's going on behind
I
the scenes.
Highly doubt losing to the side that's won 14 in a row at their home ground was
Yeah.
the tipping point. But
Yeah.
I'm not going to comment too much on what's happened in the Gold Coast, but it did take me by surprise in the week they chose to do it.
Yeah.
And I also heard driving in this morning that they had 7 weeks away from their home ground. They sold a couple of those games to Darwin.
Yep.
But how in hell do you build momentum on the Gold Coast where you could be at Snapper Rocks or you could be at Ripley's, believe it or not, and have 7 weeks off in the middle of a year where you're trying to build an audience?
To be fair, they did win both games in Darwin, so I feel like that's a competitive advantage for them in terms of ladder position. But yeah, I would say more games in Gold Coast would encourage more people to go to the game.
I would have thought that would be the first thing, strategy-wise, that you're talking about in the meeting. How can we be more consistent in this market?
Not to mention this time of the year, the weather, stunning.
Oh, beautiful.
Get some tourists up there.
I mean, Jesus Christ. I don't know. 13 years in, they're an absolute rabble.
13 years in.
13
Yeah,
years
2011.
in.
That's gone quick.
And Malcolm Blight was talking about how some clubs haven't won a premiership for 57 years. So what?
Yeah, well, we were one of them.
Yeah. But honestly, the Gold Coast, between the God crew up there where 20 blokes would kneel down and say a prayer before kick-off, and the other 17, 18-year-olds you couldn't get out of cocktails and dreams.
Yeah. I won't comment on the first one. I might comment on the second one.
Oh, really?
No. Well, Fremantle haven't won a flag yet, and they've been in
Yeah.
the competition for 30-odd years.
Yeah.
It's not as easy as it looks.
No. No, I know it's not. I don't think they should be achieving a hell of a lot better. When you look at Stuart Dew, who was, nearly 6 years into his contract, the first 2 years were a write-off.
Yeah.
I don't know. just the Gold Coast. I mean, thank Christ for James Brayshaw, or we'd be up there at Carrara. We were going to Carrara
Oh, no.
North.
I think I was listening to you yesterday morning, and you went on and on about it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's just the language. It's just the Mark Evans angle of it,
Yeah.
telling a bloke he's safe
Yep.
a week before he cuts his throat.
That's really got you. hasn't
It's
it?
just that sort of stuff so unnecessary.
Yep.
You just say to a guy, mate,
You're in trouble.
you're in trouble.
Yeah.
We all know you're in trouble.
Maybe go beat Port. That's
Yeah.
That's your best chance.
We need you to have a win.
Mm.
Essendon will be playing at Geelong in the capacity-reduced GMHBA Stadium, despite the MCG being vacant on Sunday. The question here is, should high-profile games be moved to accommodate larger crowds, Max?
Thank you for asking me this question.
Oh, this is a good one for you.
Yes,
Do you have an opinion?
I like this one.
Mm.
If I played for Geelong,
Mm.
I'd want home games at Geelong. Like
Mm.
they deserve home games at Geelong. I don't care how big the stadium is.
Mm.
If Collingwood play in Gold Coast, which they did not long ago, and sold out, and they're not going to move the game to MCG because there's not enough tickets to go sit in the Gold Coast game. It's phenomenal. We've been there the last 15 years, and I like to think we're a big drawing crowd now as well. We're
Mm.
shutting members out a fair bit. We had top of the table clashes down there. So yeah, I want Collingwood to go down to Carlton, Richmond, get them all down there. Like,
Yeah.
It's Geelong's home ground. They
And
should,
there's an advantage to Geelong players as well.
but there should be an advantage.
But
It's
the
their home
blokes who
ground.
live down there just wake up and drive to the ground. Like, there's a lot more than just playing in front of your crowd.
Correct. It's an advantage for Gold Coast players
Yeah.
to play in Gold Coast. It's
Yeah.
just I can't understand why teams get really upset about this.
Max continues to extend the best stat in the AFL. You've played the most games in the AFL without ever taking a bounce.
It's a great stat, isn't it?
This is a good stat.
We've
You
never
just
brought
won't
it up.
bounce.
Yeah, and won't. I like that
Nervous?
stat. No, I like that stat. I feel like I'm not going to win too many stats come end of my career, and if I'm winning that one.
Is it because you're not running far enough?
To be
or
fair, I
have you
actually
do you tap it down?
no, I haven't thought about it. I haven't
No.
been in a situation where I've run with the ball further than 5 meters, let alone 15.
This is a phenomenal stat.
It amazes me.
Yeah,
Second place is Tom Hickey, who's 48 games behind you. You are safe.
There's an abundance of ruckman on that list. There is a lot of ruckman.
I think Mike Pike was well up there.
Yeah, there is some rucks that are really like Brody's taken about 50 bounces, so there's some rucks that take bounces, but no, I just won't do it.
Yeah, I love that. Great attitude.
Marty.
Hello, Max.
Hello,
Sydney Bulldogs tonight, 7:20. Who do you like?
Sydney are getting a lot of Thursday, Friday night games. Just one unpopular but very popular opinion within our four walls.
Mm.
It's a horrible ground to watch live footy at.
It's the worst.
Yeah, the cameras are on like the ground level.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And
you're
it's-
always
It's
obstructed.
quite a tough game to watch.
And the coaches' boxes and the commentary boxes have big pillars in the
yeah,
way. You
big
can't
pillars
see
in the
pockets.
way. Yeah, and they've missed the moments with Buddy's goal. And
Yeah.
it's just I'm not going to deflect from people watching the game. Watch the game, but
Watch it for sure.
yeah, it's just not a great angle. But I'm going to go Bulldogs in this.
Bulldogs. Collingwood Freo should be a belter, shouldn't it?
Yeah. I mean, Freo sort of got beat at their home ground by Blues by 60 points.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes. Yes, we're back.
So there's normally a big response post that, I dare say, but
I would have
Collingwood
thought so.
Collingwood are pretty good.
Yeah, they're very good.
Nick Dacos, is this some of the best form you think you've ever seen in your time? The last 3 games since the bye, he's just been electric.
Yeah, and it's more the fact that he plays 3 positions.
Yeah.
So he goes half back, then he goes in the middle, and then if he's getting too much of the ball there, he just goes and pops in half forward and kicks goals. So
He's a freak.
we certainly don't have a player that's as flexible as that, and then he
Mm.
does it all to an extremely good level.
And he's quick.
Yeah,
My God, he's quick.
It's more he can run in general, so
Mm,
he's in every contest.
Gold Coast St Kilda. It'd be nice to see the Gold Coast get up.
The people involved in tipping competitions surely know that you tip for the team that sacked their coach that week.
Caretaker
Yeah.
coach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's usually a big
Caretaker
hand
coach.
in hand. So I'm going to go the Suns.
Carlton Port. I mean, theoretically, that should be a great game.
This
of
could be the
footy.
first Port loss. Yeah,
Yep. I'm with you.
let's go the Blues.
Go the Blues.
Let's go the Blues.
Oh my gosh. You heard it here.
Geelong Bombers will be a belter too. Geez, there's some good games of footy this
And
weekend.
you've skipped over a game of the round on tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Up here.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Oh.
We're saving that till last.
I'm getting there. This is 7:25. Max is until 7:50.
Geelong Essendon. Well, I mean, there'll be some furious Essendon fans. I got to watch it from home.
Sure will.
No, Geelong win that.
Melbourne Brisbane will be an absolute belter.
Back to Friday. That's the Will Max
Yeah.
Cup.
Yes, the Will Max
Yeah,
Cup.
yeah.
So third, fourth, replay of the semi-final. Do you think about finals and rivalries and things like that when these kind of fixtures pop up?
There's another game in between that, so we played you in round 2 and
Yeah,
lost that.
correct.
So technically, that one's the final
blackout.
rematch.
Mm.
The blackout,
Mm.
and I hurt my knee as well.
Oh,
in that
that's
game.
right. That's
Oh.
when you went down to the rooms and they
Oh,
were all saying
yeah.
that you were being soft.
Yeah, I sucked, and that's why
Yeah.
the team lost.
It's outrageous.
We played Brisbane 9 times in 3 years, just the way it's worked out. We've always had them
Wow.
twice in a year, and then we play them in finals.
Couple of finals, yeah.
So we think it's a rivalry. I'm not sure how many people, like a Collingwood fan, sitting at home going, "I can't wait to watch Melbourne Brisbane go at it."
One
but
of the great rivalries.
we like to think it's a rivalry. So yeah, it'll be for a neutral view. I think it'll be a pretty hot game.
I see what you mean. It's tomorrow night,
Yeah.
William. I thought it was later on the Saturday
it's
night.
late
Yeah,
Friday, yeah.
it goes that way.
Yeah.
Friday night.
Yeah.
Friday night footy. I've left out the whole of Friday night footy.
Starring the captain of one of the clubs.
Who's sitting opposite me. I've just totally left your game out. I've never understood this grid.
It goes across.
Yeah, but
zigzag.
my brain doesn't work
know.
across.
That's why
Yeah.
I wrote up a notes thing underneath that sheet there. So you've got each
Oh, yeah,
game
here it is.
chronologically.
There it is. Got it, Max. So good luck Friday night, mate.
Thank you.
Which
will be played after
Where
the
are we
Geelong
up to?
Essendon game.
Adelaide Giants?
Yep.
Saturday night.
Saturday night, Adelaide Giants?
Yeah, that's an Adelaide win. Although Giants are in hot form.
Oh, what about the battle between North and Hawthorn?
Is that in Tassie?
Sunday Arvo,
It's
Marvel.
At Marvel.
We
You
got
get
the
up there, Marty.
coveted 110 slot, which is not our traditional 440, but we'll take 110.
Yeah, well, I would say that's 440 is the more watched one. So 110, I think
Very due.
I think the Sunday 110 is the least watched time.
That should
slot.
be Friday night footy, North Hawthorn.
Well, they're North for the Pioneers. Of
Mate,
Friday
we
night
started
footy.
Friday night footy.
Get back on there.
It'd be nice to. It'd be very nice.
I'll
to.
go North.
Oh, well,
Yeah, I
North.
think I'll go north.
I'll go North too.
It's been a while.
West Coast Richmond to complete the round Sunday 440 over there.
Yeah, much improved performances coming from West Coast recently.
Oh.
They got within.
But
they,
surely not.
they
Much
look good against
improved.
Brisbane.
Oh, maybe the second half. 81 points.
No, I'll go Richmond here.
Yeah, you got to go
Yeah.
Richmond. So Melbourne, Brisbane. That's your focus. When's the captain's run?
We go there today. We're at Xavier College today.
Oh, are you?
Yeah,
Using their ovals?
we've rented our ground out to the Women's World Cup.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
of
nice.
course.
Well done.
Nice.
No, well, not we didn't do it by choice. I don't think.
Oh.
but
Forced out.
I'll take the
for the ladies.
congratulations. And yeah, so we're sort of just finding grounds as we go. We've obviously got Casey Fields, but the captain's run we like to do in and around the city. So
Yeah, I would have thought so.
Yeah, so
Driving out to Casey for the captain's run.
we're out at Xavier College, where they're on their 7th week of school holidays in the middle of the they
Yeah,
private
Yeah,
schools
private schools
massive
get
break.
three
Extra.
holidays
this week.
Massive
3
break.
weeks,
Yeah.
still on break.
Yeah,
Maybe a
so
quick Tour de France update.
Oh,
Have you been watching?
yes.
Yeah, I've been watching. We got an Aussie in third.
Have we? What,
Jai-
overall?
Yeah, Jai
Henley.
Henley. He was first about 6 days back.
How long left?
We're about halfway.
Oh, God, it's
Yeah,
relentless,
goes,
isn't it?
It goes for a long time. Yeah, I'm losing a lot of sleep.
So do you
Yeah.
reckon, will he stay top 3 or will he just fade?
He's holding it against the best team in the last 10 years, Ineos. They're sitting 4th, so they're
Right.
putting a lot of pressure on them.
Right.
But I reckon he holds on.
What's his team like?
Bora, they're good. They're a German team, or
Yeah.
Belgium, one of the two. They're same country.
And is he the dude?
Yeah, he is the dude.
So they're all working for him.
He's won a Giro d'Italia, which is
Oh, that is a good
yeah,
one.
the Italian Grand Tour. The top two are uncatchable: Pogacar and Vingegaard.
Vinegard?
Vingegaard. Yeah.
Vinegard.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know much about cycling.
No. I saw that Jai is the third favourite, but he's like very long odds.
Yeah, but in cycling they weirdly race for like 7th. Like it's to come 7th versus 8th in a Tour de France is massive. So like there's lots of action further on.
Still a lot of drugs in cycling?
I don't know. I like to think no,
Mm.
but hey, can you ever say that?
I don't think you can with
No.
cycling. It
Yeah.
feels like it's full plasma and blood bags in the van straight after the
Yeah.
race. There's old school full transfusion stuff going on.
I'll take your word for it.
It's not confirmed.
No, you keep yourself tidy.
Go, Max. So we'll chat to you next time.